the pleasure, of reading a legal disclaimer. So let's get to that first. Today's demonstration is designed to instruct you on using MetaStock and the accompanying software plugins. It is not a recommendation to buy or sell, but rather guidelines to interpreting and using specific indicators and features within the software. The information, software, and techniques presented today should only be used by investors who are aware of the risk inherent in trading. MetaStock shall have no liability for any investment decisions based on the use of the software, any trading strategies, or any information provided in connection with the company. So I want to say thank you for coming today. I hope you're all doing well. Welcome, Stephen and Ken and Neil. It's good to see you. Welcome to everybody else. And I'm not even on YouTube right now, so I can't tell you who's on, but I'm going to be logging into YouTube for a minute, and I hope you're doing well. I'm glad you came today. Today we do have a special guest, by a gentleman by the name of Edward Stemplevich. Edward is a member of our sales team here at MetaStock. He's been working here for 4 years almost, and he fits in really well. He's a very, very nice guy. He's a family man. We really, really enjoy having him on the team, and I'm sure he's going to do a great job today. So, Edward, let's go ahead and kind of flip it over to you. How are you doing today?
Hey, how's it going? Can you hear me okay?
I can hear. Yeah, you sound good. You sound good. I'm going to throw you the presentation control.
Yeah, thank you for the introduction. Let's get the show on the road.
Did you get a screen saying share your screen?
I did not. Let me see if it's behind something.
Let me try this then. How about now?
Yes.
All right.
Okay. Let me click the one we want to show. This one.
All right.
Okay, perfect. Everything looks good there.
Yeah, I'm going to get out of the way.
Okay, thanks. Yeah, thanks for the introduction there, and thank you to everybody who's going to sit here today and watch me explain some of the highlights of the MetaStock software. We're going to go through kind of the basics of the software, how MetaStock can help you, as a beginner trader or even expert trader. It's going to be designed more for those that are new to MetaStock or have not yet used MetaStock. Although I hope that I share some tips for those that have MetaStock already that can be useful to you as well. So yeah, again, thanks for joining. Let's get started. Here's the disclaimer that Jeff had already gone through. I'm going to go ahead and move forward. So the first thing that I like to let new potential clients know, and even existing users, is some history about MetaStock. And to start off, we actually kind of pioneered technical analysis software getting started back in 1982, which is a long time ago. There's a lot of work we've put into the software, and as you can imagine, back then, not even a lot of people had computers. So pretty big deal that we have that much time behind us there. We've worked on a lot of different things in the software, of course, and there's a reason why MetaStock is so powerful, and I'm hoping today that I can show you those reasons. But we were purchased by Thomson Reuters, or Reuters, back in 1995. They changed to Thomson Reuters later, and now they're called Refinitiv. But then we released our first real-time data feed based on their technology back in 2005, so it's been quite some time since we've had that. And then we released Zenith, which is a product we're not really going to go through today, but it's great for fundamental analysis, and it's the real-time data feed for our real-time software. I'll explain differences later as we go on. But then we bought ourselves out back in 2013, and we've been our own company, private company since then, putting a lot of work into the software. One of the big things that we're very proud of, to say the least, and I actually forgot to update this, but in the pricing category, MetaStock has been awarded the #1 technical analysis software for now 27 years in a row. We just got word that we hit another year. We added another year to this, making it 27 straight years of being the best software for technical analysis in its pricing category. That's MetaStock DC. And then I believe RT came in second or something like that. But let's see. So yeah, that's something we're very proud of in the Stocks and Commodities magazine there. What we're going to be talking about today, though, For those of you that haven't seen MetaStock before, maybe you want to see how it can help you, or just want more information. Hopefully I can provide information you don't already have. I'm just gonna quickly kind of go through the basic charting tools and how to, you can look at basic charts and stuff. But I really want to show you guys the power of how to find trades, save time by, running scans and finding potential opportunities, sifting through different lists of data. How and when you should get in and out of a trade. That's a big question, especially if you're new to trading. I know there's a lot of new traders nowadays with Robinhood and, how easy it is to get into brokers with no minimums. And it just seems like it's such it's becoming a lot more popular in today's world. So a big question, a lot of us can ask is, well, when should I get into a trade? Which trade should I get into and stuff like that? We're going to go through all of that. And on top of that, there are many different ways you can look for trades, enter trades, exit trades, and stuff like that. And there's been trading systems created that you can follow the rules to make trading easier overall. And we're going to kind of discuss how MetaStock can help with that as well. So it doesn't fully automate trading, but it's similar in a sense. It's still manual, but it helps you know when to get in and out of trades and stuff, and gives you a lot of great information. And overall, we just want to add clarity to your trading decisions, because trading can be very hard. It's very risky. Using tools like this can really help you as a beginner trader, expert trader, whatever it is. These types of tools can help you, and we're going to go ahead and take a look at those tools right now. One thing I want to mention is, if you have any questions, please be sure to ask questions. I'm happy to answer them the best that I can. And yeah, let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to pull up MetaStock here. And again, because we're kind of dealing with new clients, I'm going to show kind of like how MetaStock looks when you open it up, for those that haven't seen MetaStock before. But really, this is what it looks like when you open it up, just a big gray screen, and there's a bunch of buttons everywhere on the side. But the main button to access everything is in the Power Console, which is this P for short, Power Console. And then in here, this is where you're going to do all of your work. It's where all of your power is, and all the main tools and such. We got, the charting tab, a quote center, which is a great tool to build quote lists. Your Explore tab, which is to run scans. We got the System Testing tab, which allows you to test your different trading systems. The Forecasting tab, which is a whole patented forecasting tool, which we're not going to get into today. That's a whole subject by itself. And then you have Option Scope, which allows you to view raw option data. So for you option traders out there jumping into MetaStock, this is a great tool to be able to find specific contracts and stuff. Make sure the trade you're about to get into has, good contracts that have volume and good Greeks and such. So anyways, within the charting tab, this is how we're going to open up charts. If you kind of know what you want to open up, we're not going to get into scanning yet. You'll do it from within here. You're going to see that there's a bunch of different lists where you can have different sets of data. You got your public online data list, where this is all the data we provide you with when you have a subscription, which is all completely customizable. That's one of the great things about MetaStock. Everything's very customizable. You can get very creative with the software, or you can get very simple. Either way works for everybody in that respect. So not only can you choose your different lists, create your own specific watch lists, something that you want to keep your eye on, you can also customize the chart before you open it up out of whatever your list you're going to open it up on. You can choose how much data you want to open up, different time frames, different trading systems applied to the chart. And if you kind of don't want to search through all the lists to open up a chart, there's an instrument search function that'll allow you to type in a symbol, or you can type in the company name. You can, as long as it contains those letters, starts with certain letters, ends with certain letters. Very easy way to look for any type of company you want to look for in the database. You can also search through just public lists you've created. So maybe it's something that you have in a list, but you can just search through those public lists or through all the data that we offer you. So that's how you can easily access charts within the software. I got a question here. Let's see, from Demarmesh, sorry if I mispronounced that there. Is it possible to some sort of automation to place orders with my existing broker, TD Ameritrade or IBKR, by sending some message over So you cannot place trades through MetaStock. This is purely for analysis. The great thing is it allows you to use whatever broker you want. You're not going to be tied into using the broker, of course. So typically our traders will have the broker open in the background or on another monitor. And then when you find and locate your trade, you can swing right over and place your trade through your broker. So yeah, there's no way to connect to brokers. Thank you for your question there. So to move on, I'm going to go ahead and open up a chart here just so we can kind of get started on that. Let's open up, my go-to seems to always be Apple. I don't know why, but I just always go to Apple. I think it's just easy to remember. And I'm going to make sure we open up a smart chart. Maybe this is I'm not seeing it there. I'll just open up a fresh chart here. I think it's right here. So with the customizations, one thing I want to explain while I'm doing it is I'm applying a template to the chart when I open it. What that means is that there's many different trading systems that have different charting styles. If you're going to follow a specific system, you can open it right into the trading system from right here. I'm going to Smart Chart because typically it's a clean chart, or if I've worked on the chart with any of the specific tools and stuff, it'll save that chart, that look, how I worked on the chart, so I can always open it to where I left off, basically. I don't know how I've left off with Apple. I thought I've resetted my charts, so we'll see for sure. Yeah, they were reset, so it's going to be a blank chart. But anyways, that's how you open up a chart in MetaStock. Simple. Now, immediately, all these buttons here, they all do different things, right? I mean, you have your drawing tools. Every charting software has drawing tools. Great. You can do your line studies and stuff like that. Your Fibonacci retracements, a whole bunch of different drawing tools. You can place markers on the chart. Everything's here. Also, if you have multiple charts open, you can choose what kind of, you can quickly choose these little templates here that'll allow you to sort the charts. Like you can do a tiled. If you have several charts open, it'll tile all the charts next to each other so you don't have to mess with them yourself. Also, there's a lot of customizable stuff down here towards the bottom of the screen where you can click on the price action. You can change and customize the different chart styles there. It's on bars right now. You can click candlesticks. I think there's 9 different charting styles that we have to offer. So we definitely appeal to a lot of different traders out there based on what you like. I think very popular would be candlestick and bars. Those are the most popular anyways that I've seen. And then you could also change the colors, very easy, of let's say candlesticks. If you double click on anything, typically a menu pops up. You can further customize the chart. We can have up days to be green, down days to be red, basic stuff like that. And then you can see the chart there. It'll change to your liking. Indicators, we offer a lot of indicators, you guys, no joke. There's over 200 indicators available. There's a lot. And so we have all the basic, most well-known indicators in there. Plus there's a lot of indicators in there that you'll have access to because of the different studies that we have in there. And you can basically customize charts to apply specific indicators you want to make your own systems and stuff like that. So lots of indicators. I also do have more because I have a lot of add-ons installed. And when you install add-ons, if you purchase those as well, you will get indicators from that package, allowing you to do more than just looking at their templates. So yeah, great. A lot of indicators there. I'm going to show you applying the MACD. We're going to do a lot of talk about the MACD today. It's just an easy, very simple way to kind of present MetaStock. So I'm going to do that. And then if we have time, I might go through some more stuff showing other systems. But applying indicators is easy. If it's an indicator that takes its own window, like the MACD, the stochastic oscillator, the RSI, click and drag it into its own window. How I did earlier, which I'll show again. Click, drag, and then if you see that extra window icon pop open, then there you go. That'll put it in its own window there. And so that's how we got the MACD. Indicators are also very customizable. You can double click on stuff inside the indicator, and then it'll give you a window where you can change the color of lines. So again, very, very customizable, which is great if you want to be creative. Keep it simple if you like it simple. Works for everyone. Let me see, I think I have a question here by Stephen Davis. let's see, I live in England, so is this suitable for UK trading as well? As in, I can research suitable trades that are traded on any exchange. Yes, so thank you for that question, Stephen. One of the great things about MetaStock is we actually provide global data. We provide global markets, all different assets, which means that it doesn't matter what kind of trader you are, you can use MetaStock for your research to locate trades, do your analysis. We offer the UK exchanges, the London Stock Exchange and stuff. So yeah, you could use MetaStock for your trading, absolutely. Thank you for that question. Now moving forward, let's see. So yeah, you can customize indicators to your liking, apply moving averages. Moving averages work a bit different. For something that would go on top of the price, you drag it over the price instead of dragging it in its own window. Let's see, I'm gonna locate one and just put it on the chart there. Drag and drop. And there's my window. Let's make it a blue line. And we're going to make it a bit of a heavier line there. And then we'll do a 20 simple moving average, click OK, and then we have our moving average. And you can add multiple, change the colors, change the style. Volume here is at the bottom. Again, all customizable. So that's how basic charting is in MetaStock. You know, if you've done a lot of charting, then you should know this stuff could be pretty easy to do. In MetaStock, it's very easy to do. Now, I'm going to kind of move forward to the MACD and kind of explaining, you know, if you're new to trading or whatnot, what the MACD means. So in the MACD indicator, I'm going to extend this so everyone can see it. A lot of people know, a lot of traders, newer traders might not, but there's two lines. And it's basically you have a fast moving line and then the dotted line is a slower moving line. They're two different moving averages. It could tell the MACD is good for identifying overbought and oversold conditions. It's also good for just straight on trading when the solid line crosses below a dotted line. That means it's bearish. That's typically when you'd want to put a short position. And then when it comes back and crosses over the dotted line, that's a bullish signal. So typically you'd want to go long when that happens, is the rule of the MACD anyways. And then where the MACD is located on this scale over here from like -5 all the way to +8, that's the overbought and oversold areas. So if you're way down here and you're getting a crossover, you might be oversold and you're getting a long opportunity. That could be an opportunity you want to watch. You know, and this isn't any type of recommendation for any trade, but just educating on how you would take this or maybe what you want to look for. So yeah, that's kind of what you would look at with the MACD, waiting for the solid line to cross up or down the signal line, which the signal line is the dotted line. A lot of people already know that. I don't think a lot of people just use the MACD by itself to do the trading, but you absolutely can include it into your trading. Now, one of the great things is with the MACD, if you pair it with our expert advisor, this is what kind of automates a trade for you. This is what will give you buy and sell signals. And let's say you don't want to do all the homework yourself looking for the crossovers. Well, MetaStock will just do it for you. So you click on this little guy up here and he'll open up a window. And these are all of our different studies. What I mean by studies is basically trading system, trading signals, trading criteria, whatever you want to say. That works. But they're basically different systems that will give you buy and sell signals, and then it comes with commentary that'll kind of explain the system to you. So to show you what I mean, I'm going to apply the MACD. Let's go look for that. And there it is, MACD by MetaStock. Also, these are in alphabetical order, so you can always find it fairly easy by just going down the alphabet. We're going to attach that, close it, and there you can see buy and sell signals, as simple as that. So it does the homework for you again. You don't have to find crossovers yourself. As you can see, we'll mark some signals right here. Here's one. We crossed over at the top right here, you can see. And in my eyes, this is a fairly good signal because, you know, the MACD is pretty high in the overbought area. Then it's all of a sudden getting a cross a crossover going into the bearish side, that might be something you want to keep your eye on, maybe pair it with something else. But that's an example right there. We got the buy signal right on the crossover, or sorry, the sell signal right on the crossover. And then when we crossed above, you got another signal that launched off right here, moved up. So this kind of stuff is great. And what's even better about it, though, again, is we have so many different systems with so much signals that you can look at, and not to give you too much, as we like to call it, analysis paralysis. But the good thing is you can at least find a system that's suitable for you. You don't need to trade with all of them, and that's just what I like about the software. There's so much homework you can do to find a great system that will start making you money or give you better chances anyways. So that's that. Now, another great thing, as I mentioned before, is the commentary. If you right click in here, you get a properties window where you can do a bunch of stuff, but Expert Advisor has its own menu, and then you can click commentary, which opens up on my different monitor here. And hopefully you can see it there. This commentary is going to be on the MACD, of course. They're tied in together. Whatever Expert Advisor you have attached, the commentary will match. It'll be tied in with that Expert Advisor. So I'm going to attach this to there we go, the left side of the chart there, and it'll automatically snap. But at the beginning of the chart here, you can see this little black arrow. This black arrow will talk about the day that it's selected. That's the commentary is going to talk about that day that you're selected on. You can use the arrows above here to kind of go back in time. You can also click like above the price bar, and then it'll just hop right over where you click. Just click above it. I don't think it won't work if you click on top of it. That'll just mean you're selecting the price action to customize that. So click above it, you'll jump to the day, and then now we can see some information about this MACD based on how the MACD works and stuff. And as you can see, on this crossover day, it's saying currently the MACD is bullish since it is trading above its signal line. The MACD crossed above its signal line 0 periods ago, blah, blah. So it gives you some information about how the system works, and a lot of systems will be giving you great information just like this. So you can pretty much see how any system works in there. You can also, it'll tell you about the overbought and oversold. MACD is not in an overbought/oversold area. And then it'll also talk about divergences, which is great as well. So a lot of information out of the commentary. Again, commentary works on all different expert advisors that we have. And that's kind of the power of looking at a chart and a study. And in this case, just the MACD. Let's see here. Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to show you how we can tie this in with scanning. Okay, great. So we have, the power to see buy and sell signals. I don't want to sift through the entire S&P 500 myself, going one by one looking for signals. It's easy to see the signals, but we're not going to make you go through the entire S&P 500. We're going to allow you to just scan for those signals so you can get an entire list of the signals showing today. I actually did a scan earlier of this MACD system to get that done quickly so we didn't have to wait, just to save time in case I wanted to talk about more stuff, answer questions, stuff like that. So over here, so if basically to get to scanning, you open the Power Console again, go to the Explore tab, and then you have a window that looks a lot like the Chart tab. I'll hop back and forth. You can see we have our securities on this side and then customization on the other side. Go to the Explore tab. On the left side, you have, it's split. So the top is your different trading systems or criterias you want to scan for. The bottom is the list you want to choose to scan through, which I've already done that. And then the right side here is customizing the scan. For an example, how many records do you want to have inside the scan, because different systems might take different amounts of records. So you want to make sure that you have enough records in there that it's kind of scanning through to make sure indicators are lining up properly. You could choose which criteria you want to scan for, hourly, minute, daily, whatever chart you want to scan on, you can scan for that criteria. When we were doing the chart over here, I did fail to mention, which my apologies, is there is an interval window where you can choose your interval. If you have our real-time software, you have access to all the intraday charts. If you have the end-of-day software, you only have access to the daily through yearly. The real-time software gives you access to all of them, so you can quickly shift over to the hourly charts. Which there it is, and yeah, you can change the charts like that, and then you'll also get like these zoom out and zoom in buttons available, and then you can reset the zoom overall, and then you can also refresh the chart if you feel like it's stuck or something, or maybe you need to refresh the chart because you applied an expert advisor, just stuff like that. But we'll pop back over to daily. Another thing that I did fail to mention, I just realized, sorry, there's so much to talk about within MetaStock. Sometimes I miss things. So like when you apply an expert advisor, another great thing you get is something called the ribbon, which is below the chart here. And it just applies additional information. And in this case, the MACD, it tells you when you're in a bullish area or a bearish area. And you can see the crossed out little lines there. It says bullish, bearish, red and green. So, you know, a lot of trading rules out there is only trade when things are bullish, you know, go long when things are bullish and go short when things are bearish. And this is a good indication to help you decide, you know, maybe when you want to trade as well. So now that I kind of talked through those missed things, let's go back to the exploration here. Again, so we're gonna, I did a scan on the daily. I did a daily scan, and then there's more customizable options here. Like if you're running multiple scans, you can actually, it's really neat. So if you have multiple systems, you want to like basically weed down to a few results. Like I want to find something that is that has a 50 SMA over a 100 SMA. You know, you want that, you can find the crossover of it, so then you can scan the S&P 500 and then you'll get a list of all those. But then you could have a second scan listed, like, okay, well now I want to have the oscillator in an oversold condition. You can also select the oscillator scan, and then within this little multiple exploration option, if you click use the result from the preceding exploration, what that means is it'll take all those crossovers from the first scan in the S&P 500, and it'll take only the results of that, the ones that matched that criteria, everything that has the 50 crossing over the 100, and then it'll scan the second scan on just those securities that were testing positive for the crossovers, right? So basically at the very end result, you'll just get those securities that show the crossover and the oscillators in an oversold state or something like that. So that way you can just go right to that specific chart. Just wanted to explain those little features as well while we were on this little menu here. Now, I'm going to open up the list with the S&P 500 scan I did earlier, and I don't want you to take these as any kind of recommendations. Again, I'm just showing you what the software can do. So don't take this as any kind of recommendation, but I'm going to go open up, and what I did here is I clicked a report page. If you click the report page after, you can click like view all reports, all the scans you've done in the past. And then you can quickly go through all the scans you've done in the past. You can see the dates, the times, the interval you scanned on, how many periods were loaded, basically were scanned through in a sense, and then how many results were on that page, meaning how many had that confirmation of the criteria happening. Or yeah, but anyways, here's the MACD one that I just scanned today. We see March 10th of 2021 here. And what I did is I scanned for the MACD expert system. I'm going to explain that to you really quick and open that back up. So with this, I went through, and this again is the system we want to scan with. And I found the MACD, which is right here. You can see there's a MACD expert system and a MACD buy signal. MACD buy signals are just your regular buy signals. We're looking at those on the chart here with the green arrows. That's the, and then it also show the shorts as well, I believe. It'll show you a list. But I did the expert system. The expert system gave a little bit more in-depth information on overbought and oversold signals as well. So that's the one I did. I'm going to show you that now. And let's open that. So now you see this huge list. I scanned the S&P 500 with 60 results. That's still a lot of stuff that I might not want to go through. there's a whole lot of information in this window right here. And, like, what can we do with this information? How can we have this help us find a scan? Well, first of all, we can sort things by these columns that are showing. We have the buy signals. If we want to look for a long opportunity, we can see there are several long opportunities. We have a sell signal as well, of course, with the MACD. You can, if you're looking to go short, overbought and oversold. These are good conditions as maybe follow-up systems, or if you're like in an oversold condition and maybe you have a buy crossover, those could be good opportunities. I don't see any right here. But anyways, what can I do with this kind of list? I don't want to just go through all of them. That's not what I'm here to do. And I don't imagine you want to. If you do want to, if you use MetaStock, that's great. But for this presentation, what I did and what we're going to do together is I'm going to save. I want to look at these oversolds because our next tool we're going to look at is back testing. Now, we could just open up a signal that shows buy, which I am actually going to do really quick. Just to show you the signal here on the side, let's open up this first one that shows a buy signal. Double click the chart and it should open up, or click open chart over here. There we go. And let's apply the MACD expert and close. And you can see that this is a buy signal that's shown today, but this isn't a recommendation, just to show you guys again how we can scan for these buy signals. And tying it with the expert advisor, you can see that it did launch off today. So very easy to bring your attention to trades that have a great opportunity for you. So let's go back here. I don't want to just mess with buy signals. I like the idea of showing you guys how we can mess with the oversold condition. So what we can do with a list like this is you can actually click. So I sorted it. We can click the first one, hold shift, click the last one. Now I want to take just these oversold condition ones off the MACD, and what you can do is right click it. You have to right click the ones that are highlighted and then click add to custom list, and then you create a new list, and then you could type it whatever. Click create and it'll have it selected, that whatever. Click OK, and now those specific securities are in that list. Here's why that's going to be important. So now we're going to jump into the back testing. I'm going to close out of the exploration and I am going to go to the system tester. What this is going to do for me is, okay, so we're following a trading system. We can see that we have this MACD in the background. Yeah, great, we're getting signals, but it's still not making me super comfortable whether I should follow these signals. I mean, I can see that there's some great trades on there, but there's also choppy ones. I don't want to get into a trade that I'm not comfortable with. And I don't necessarily know if I should be comfortable with MACD, which most people probably aren't, but that's where the system testing comes in. You can actually take historical data, however much you want, let's say a year, 2 years, 3 years, run it in the system tester with the MACD system that we're looking at right here, and it'll give you a report of how profitable it is, how many trades you took, how many were losing trades, winning trades, so you can kind of get an idea of accuracy on that, compare it to buy and hold profits, stuff like that. And so that's kind of the next way we can look for a great opportunity, because again, we had a lot of different opportunities we could look at. We're dealing with oversold. There were 7 positions that were or 7 securities that were in an oversold state. So what we're going to do is, if things are oversold, typically I would myself look for a long position if you're looking at things that are oversold, because typically things go up and down, up and down. If it's oversold, good chance that it could go back up. So I saved that list. Here's the list of 7. And we're going to take that MACD, not all systems, open this up, go down to MACD, and we're going to do the expert system. There's another one called MACD optimization. That's a little different. So that'll give you a more in-depth kind of test where it'll basically test the MACD on a bunch of different parameters to give you the best MACD, basically what was the best customized MACD, changing the parameters, like what numbers worked the best. And that's what that test will give you. But we'll go with the default MACD, and we're going to do long trades only, because the way I'm presenting this is, hey, if it's in an oversold condition, I would personally like to look for a long opportunity. And so I don't really care to test short trades right here. I just want to test how accurate long trades are, because if we're going to be trading off the MACD, we want to know that our MACD long signals are profitable or accurate somewhat, right? You could also test for both, but again, I don't care about short trades in an oversold condition. I just want to look for long trades. What's great is, of course, you can choose how much you can back test. We're going to do 1,000 records. So basically, what is that, 4 years worth, I believe? Yeah, 4 years. We're going to do it on daily bars, and then trade options. You can customize the system test to match your portfolio to give you some accurate numbers. And yeah, there's like a reporting tab with all this stuff, account tab, which we're going to just keep it at $50,000. And then you can choose like how big each trade is. We're going to say 10% of our account is going to a trade, which might make people uncomfortable. That might not be accurate. You can change it to 2% of your account if you prefer, if that's how you trade. But for this example, I'm going to keep it 10%. $5,000 per trade is going into the MACD. If you're a Forex trader, great. We have a points only test where you can get, you don't necessarily get shares. So points only test, great for Forex, back testing to back test systems and see how many points you can make instead of how many dollars. In this case, it'll be dollars. There's also a broker tab where you can put in your margins for interest rates, basically. Also put in slippage, stuff like that, commissions. It's very customizable to your broker, so you can get good results. But anyways, we are done in there. We're just going to change it to $50,000, 10% of trade, and then we're going to start it. And system testing is very fast. While that's going, no questions. Great. Okay, so that was complete. We have a view results button right here. And this actually looks good, you guys. I looked at this earlier, and what this is telling me is the MACD on these 7 securities for the last 4 years, if you just took long opportunities for the last 4 years, you would have came out profitable on every single one of those symbols, which to me is rare to see. So that was pretty cool. As we can see, AMD is the top profiting system. We all know, or most of us know maybe, but AMD has been performing really well over the last like year and a half or something like that, because they are just killing the markets with their processors. But so AMD performed the best with just simply following the MACD buy signals. And that's good news to us. The reason why that's good news is because we're in an oversold condition on AMD according to the MACD overbought, oversold. And so for my preference here, I'd probably be looking for a long position, as I mentioned. And we know now that we've tested the MACD on the AMD, we know that it matches fairly well with it, knowing the long positions only are profitable. So that gives me a lot of information. I'm going to go ahead and show you a more detailed report. So we can go down here, select it, click view at the bottom. And then you're going to get a huge report that shows you a lot of different information. It can be overwhelming at first, but really isn't that bad. So what I always look at when I'm doing system testing is performance for the first thing, of course. Performance, we would have performed basically about 4.5% every year in profit, 17% overall, almost 18%. It didn't beat buy and hold profit, but if you're not a buy and holder, you like to swing trade and stuff, hey, this is good. You want positive numbers. We know we can be positive by swing trading on AMD. Swing trading can be difficult. So yeah, these are good, still good numbers. And then you can go down a little bit more and you'll see trade efficiency. So total in the last 4 years with the MACD, there was 153 signals that launched. And then the average profit was 1.61 points over losses. So of course we were profitable on that. The 77 wins, you can see right here, profitable trades, 77 profitable trades. And the average profitable trade was $300 if we were trading with $5,000 per trade. So not enormous, but to have that many trades in 4 years and on the average $300 profits, that's pretty cool in my eyes. We had a high profit. The highest profiting trade was $1,600, good size right there. And then most consecutive, we had 7 wins in a row. So there's a lot of information. You can see that losing trades, there were 76. So basically that's like a 50-50, right? You're either going to get a winning or a losing trade with the longs here that we tested. And then, but another thing to keep in mind is the losers averaged only $186 losses, while the winners were averaging 300. So, doing numbers, it looks like a successful type of system, and that's why we profited overall. Another great thing to look at is we were out of the market for a total of 469 of those days. So maybe buy and hold was super big, but you got to keep in mind, we were out of the market. We didn't have our money in this AMD with the MACD for 469. That's half of the time we weren't in it. And of course, we still profited. But the other thing is there's several tabs up here. You can see the orders that were taken, what days, stuff like that, positions as well. Biggest one is equity. Equity line will show where your portfolio starts at $50,000, and you can see how over time went up and down. And really about 270 periods in, 280, that's when our portfolio just kept going up, 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 up. So this is a good looking equity line here that typically this is kind of the equity line you want to see, is something that kind of steps up like a staircase or goes straight up in like a diagonal line, which is pretty rare to see. But there's that. I'm going to show you a bad equity line just so you kind of see an example of maybe something that's not as great to trade. And we don't really have any bad system tests here, but we'll go to the last one. Let's open this one, the least profitable. And it looks like I have a question by Ali. Does performance number include capital gains / loss? I'm not quite sure what you mean by that. Let me see. The performance will show your overall profit. So it's not showing losses under here. It's just showing we've profited on this $677, which was the last one I just opened. This is the least profitable one on that list. And then you can see like your average loss on your unprofitable trades and stuff. But yeah, this is the overall, if we were to take trades in the last 4 years on the MACD signals, where's our profit at, our money, and that's $677 in profit. Off of trading just 10% per trade. So keep in mind, we're not putting the full $50,000 in here. This is only putting like $5,000 at a time, unless, of course, that'll change as your portfolio grows or shrinks. But 10% of the portfolio, that's how we tested it. Thank you for your question. I hope that answered it for you. But here's the least profitable security on that list. And here's the equity line. Let's see how it looks. I'm going to assume, yeah, pretty flat, right? So this is something that's not so appealing to me. The AMD was a lot more appealing. I might just look at AMD rather than, looking at something like this. And this is how you can get an idea of what opportunity to look at. Look for the better equity line, the most profit, the highest amount of profitable wins over the losses. As you can see, this one had 58 wins and over 67 losses. So the ratio is, you're going to lose more than you win. That's numbers to keep in mind. And then your losses are very close to same size as your winners. So this might be like one of those systems or one of those securities that I wouldn't want to watch with the MACD, based on the MACD, that is. So that was an example of that. So, but now that we know like the AMD has, great potential for making good long opportunities with the MACD, we can just put that in the list and we can watch it. I'm going to open it up. Let's take a look here. Also, a way you can easily change charts when you're in a chart is just start typing. Or click this box. It wasn't showing up. There it is. So we're going to type in AMD.O. And that's something I should probably explain. We have suffixes in our symbols for anything that's traded globally on many different exchanges because we do offer global data. .O means NASDAQ. So if it's on the NASDAQ, it's going to have a .O. And here we go. Excuse me. Let's apply that MACD there. So here's AMD. We saw that it tested well with those long opportunities, and it's currently in an oversold position right now, meaning it was in a sell-off, and it is. one thing you can do with MetaStock after you figure out this type of information is we can add this specific, the AMD, to its own list. Let's say add to custom list, create a new list, and watch me daily with MACD, whatever you want to call it. You can call it, but this is something you can do, add it in there. And then, when you go to your custom list every day, you'll see that, check it every day with the MACD. And if you're comfortable with it, with what we've seen today, of course, again, not a recommendation, but you can wait for that MACD crossover if, that's something you wanted to trade with. You can look at other systems and pair other things with it too, backtest other things, see if they backtest well, and kind of look at multiple systems at the same time. Having two of the same chart open, like I'll do the same one and I'll apply a different template here that'll open up two charts, and we can follow that stuff. Let's see, I'll just do one new very popular system we have is called the Victory. Let's open up that one, and we can follow stuff like this. So let me, these buttons up here that I explained earlier, if you can see my mouse, these will change the layout of the charts here. We only have 3, so it looks like that. But you can do stuff like that, and you can, we can see we're in bearish. This is a great system, by the way, for anyone that has MetaStock. Look into Victory by Vince Vora. Awesome system. But that's the kind of power MetaStock has. And I hope that I was able to explain this stuff in a way where, hey, if you've seen MetaStock for the first time, this was your first time, I'm sure you've asked questions like, how can I take advantage of maybe scanning markets or saving time looking through charts? What system should I even use with MetaStock software, or at all? Sorry, not with MetaStock software, but what systems are profitable? What works out there? There's so many different studies, so many different books out there. And how I don't want to be staring at a chart all day. I mean, how can I know when to get in and out of trades, as it's, to more automate everything a little bit more to save time and stuff. And the tools we went through today should answer those questions. You can run scans with MetaStock, follow buy and sell signals, get information on different studies, do back testing to see your profits, see your wins, your losses, get your accuracy results. All of those things can be answered by using MetaStock software. And I want to take the time right now to see if anyone has any further questions. It looks like I might see one right here by Daharmesh. Let's see. You indicated we can generate alerts. Is it possible that this alert signal can execute some external application? If that is possible, in that case, we can have automatic order placement / RoboTrade. So going back to the trading, MetaStock is an independent software. It cannot connect to a broker at all. I can see that would be very useful, but yeah, we don't have any broker affiliation. You cannot connect our software with any brokers. That's not possible. You have to have your broker open in the background, and you have to place the trade yourself. It will not do that for you. Thank you for your question, though. I appreciate that, as hopefully it makes it clear for anyone else with the same ideas. But yeah, this will be just for analysis. But again, we can see how powerful this stuff can be. Running scans, back tests, and stuff. And so if you have the time to flip over and place your trade really quick, then you should definitely still make profitable trades by just using MetaStock for analysis. Any further questions that I can answer? I'd be happy to answer any. Let's see if I've missed anything. I'm trying to think. Don't feel like I've missed anything here. No, I mean, yeah, we have about 10 minutes left. Let's see. What I'll do for you is I'll go through Quote Center, another great tool. Okay, I got another question from Daharmesh. Forget about linking to broker, but from alert, can I run some external app? No, that's not possible. You can't run it on any external app. So when that's a great question though. So when you're looking at a chart with the MACD applied, and I'm actually going to open up a chart that had a MACD signal on the day, because I don't even know if I think I did that to show you guys, but you actually get an alert that pops up, and that alert will tell you that, hey, there's a crossover going on, or whatever expert you have applied. Let's see, let's go through that. Let's open up this one. It's the one we opened up earlier. And let's attach the MACD. Attach, close. So right here, so it came onto my other screen. This alert pops up. If you have any intraday chart open, daily chart, whatever it is, and an alert pops up, like a signal happens with that expert advisor, whatever that expert advisor is looking for, this alert will pop up to warn you. So if you have multiple charts open and you're trading on a 5-minute chart, this will pop up and take you right to that chart that is launching a signal to give you a notification, of course, so you can quickly take your attention there. You can customize these alerts to make sounds, different types of sounds, be noisy. You can also have them email you, but that requires the real-time services, and it requires a MAPI-based email, which is not like Gmail. It requires, I can't remember what some of them are, but that's a possibility as well. But that's as close as you can get to getting alerts outside of MetaStock. Let's see, I'm getting more questions. Let me look here. Okay. Cristiano, hey, Cristiano, good to see you here. Thank you for attending. Which study do you recommend? For new users, I would recommend maybe like the RMO. The RMO module is one of our most popular systems. I'll apply that really quick by applying the template. The RMO has been a very popular system in MetaStock, one of our most popular, and it's a great system to look at. There's a lot of training on our YouTube channel for it. I'm not going to do training on it today, but it looks like there's a lot going on in the chart itself. You don't just follow the buy and sell signals. You have to put things together, like get a blue arrow, then you got to wait for the bar to turn blue, and then you got to wait for the price to jump above the high of that when the arrow turned blue, or the bar turned blue. Plus, you need to make sure that you're in a green ribbon down here. Lots of rules, good where to put stop losses and stuff like that. That stuff is in our YouTube training. This is a great system that new users can use. It's a very liked system, very well received on reviews of the system as well. Oh, thank you for that question, Cristiano. There's other great systems like the ACT systems. Let me try to apply the adaptive cycle toolkit systems here. Mama Fama is always a funny one. The mother of all moving averages and the father of all moving averages. That's what that stands for. But look how good these signals look. I have a lot of charts opening up here. Here's another system that you can look into. It's back testable. You can see which ones are back testing the best. This one's great for dealing with noisy markets. So the blue bars right here, you can see like these are where you don't want to be into the market at all with this specific security because there's a lot of noise going on. So it waits to smooth that stuff out. But you can see the buy arrows, good trades here. Sell arrows, good trades here. Those are good systems as well. Let's see. I have my own app which can place order with my app. I'm sorry, I don't understand that. So you have your own application, which you can place the orders with that application. Yeah, I mean, so really the way you're going to place orders at all is you're going to use MetaStock for alerts or whatever it is, and then when you're ready to place the trade however you wish. I don't know exactly how to answer that question. I hope that answers it. If it didn't, ask again in a different way maybe. Sometimes I'm not so smart, so explain it like I'm 5. Can you show how alerts works? Yes, I hope I showed the MACD alert. I hope that showed you there. If not, mention it again. Please pass this suggestion to your software team when user spends 0.5K in dealing with 100 symbols with RT. How is it practical to use manual process? Well, we have a lot of day traders with the software. Finding a way for it to work for you is definitely something you're going to have to do. We don't suggest when you get the software, don't just dump money into trades. You want to get used to the software. You want to figure out how you can take advantage of it to day trade. Maybe start with very small trades or start paper trading and see if it works for you. We have a lot of day traders that use our services. And of course, it would always be beneficial to place trades in the software that you're doing analysis with. But in this case, you can have your broker open in the background, and you can be pretty lightning speed as well by flipping over really quickly. If you're trading on tick charts, that I could see that might be a little hard. You have to be very fast, but 2-minute charts, 1-minute charts, even 5-minute charts, anything way above that, totally easy to just flip over to your broker really quick. Thank you for the questions, though. And the suggestion there, yeah, we know that's a suggestion, and hopefully one day we'll include that into the software. But there's no talks of that at this point. Any other questions or anything else that I can show you guys? And with the back testing, let's see. I guess some of the other things that are big in technical analysis is you can actually scan for like support and resistance marks based on, we have systems called the LCI right here. These are popular for breakouts, also with Fibonacci retracement bounces and stuff like that. If you're one of those traders, great. If you like candlestick patterns, we have candlestick pattern expert advisor as well that'll point out candlestick patterns with commentary on how those work. I can apply that commentary really quick. That's an expert advisor, not a chart. So if you want candlestick, you would go to candlesticks, click attach, close, and you'll get different candlesticks. Let's change that chart really quick. Then momentarily, I am going to start talking about, if you're interested, how we can get you set up. So we'll open that, put that to candlesticks, up, green, down, red. We're getting close to cutoff time here. So as you can see with the candlestick expert advisor, this is another great thing. You know, we got an engulfing bearish candle back here. You can click over it, read what that means, how to typically trade with that, or what to take out of that. Engulfing bearish typically means that it's a bearish sentiment. So you might not want to be looking for long positions on something like that, and it'll kind of give you this information in the commentary there. Okay, I have a question by Travis. Can this program give estimated future stock movement? Yes, it can. So it's not a tool that I talked about today, but it's our patented forecaster tool. You can open that into its whole other, let's see if I don't know if I'll just open up one quick chart really quick. But the forecaster allows you to look at future predictions to see where price might go based on a specific event that might be occurring. And specific events as in the price crossing above that 200 period moving average. This is what the forecaster looks like. I'm not going to go into detail, but I want to show you all. I can show you while I got you here. Because there's a lot of power in MetaStock. I can't MACD positive divergences. Typically, you click these arrows and then you'll get clouds and stuff. A whole bunch of stuff in there. Another session. We offer, there's a video you can watch on our YouTube channel. You can look at that to get more information about that. But yes, that should answer your question there. And then Cristiano, I confess, I am lost with so many studies. Yeah, Cristiano, I know Cristiano here has MetaStock, and I actually worked with Cristiano, and he says he's lost a lot of studies. Back testing is a great help for that. If you're doing studies that don't have back testing, really stick to one that makes sense to you. Paper trade with it or trade very small with it, and wait. It could take time to get a good feel for these things, and so don't rush anything. Just take your time with systems, go through them. This is something that you're going to turn into investing, like an investment tool, right? You're going to try to trade your money to make money. So don't rush anything. There's a lot of things out there. Take your time, give it the time it needs in order for your knowledge to grow and to hopefully turn profits later down the road. So yes, a lot of studies. Don't paralyze yourself with all the different studies there. Go through them though, and just look for one that makes sense and start there. Don't look at anything else. Start there. Start on a full system that even offers stop losses, because a lot of these systems offer stop losses in the commentary. Start there. And then just one by one, eventually you're going to kind of find what you like, and then you can start using that. Trade small at the beginning and then start trading bigger as you go on. Okay, and then Travis said, you just sold me on that portion. Thank you for answering my question. Hey, thank you, Travis. I'm going to leave my information here. I got to go through pricing and an offer if you want to try MetaStock. You can use a link that I'm going to give you, which I'm going to go through now, but I have one more question by Cristiano. Which studies are similar that I can confirm the trade using more than one study to confirm buy, sell. So I'm running out of time here, so I can't really go through that. And I'm sorry, Cristiano. There's a lot of different studies that you'll want to kind of do like you want to eyeball on the chart and see if signals match up. If you're looking at add-ons, one thing that I've looked at a lot was like Trade Trend by Jeff Tompkins and Vince Vora's Veracity system. I liked those put together because Trade Trend is a short-term system, Veracity is a long-term system. Stuff like that, you'll have to eyeball them though. Now I'm coming to the end here. I need to go and I want to keep answering stuff, but let's continue. So I wanted to thank you guys for being here today. I appreciate your time. I know it takes time to come to these things and sit here through all of my talking. I hope I was able to answer questions for you guys and show you things you might not have seen or give you ideas and inspired you. We have two versions of MetaStock. One is RT for intraday trading. You're going to get intraday intervals, as I mentioned earlier, all the way up through yearly. So you still get your daily through yearly stuff as well. This is going to be good for those day traders, or even swing traders can take advantage of the RT service. And those that even just love to watch the markets move during the market hours, during open market times. DC is good for swing traders where you'll only get daily through yearly charts. But if you're a busy person like I am, you might not be a day trader. So DC is going to be good for you. The data is going to update after the market closes. The RT is typically $250 per month. That includes data, doesn't include exchange fees. $250 per month for that, and then $69 per month for DC. But as a new client, we always just like to give you a 3-month evaluation period. You can pay for the first month up front, get your second and third month free on us. We're going to include free basic training. We include a free one-on-one scheduled appointment with the MetaStock expert. We're not going to leave you in the dark. We're there for you. We want you to find the success in MetaStock that we know you can find, and we want you to have tools that are going to be beneficial for you. MetaStock's a big software. That's why we offer a 3-month trial, because you're going to need time to get used to it. You can use this link to sign up for that right away if you're interested, or you can wait for me and send me an email, call me right after. I'm going to get to my contact details here. But again, 3 months for the price of 1 month. That'll either be $250 or $69, depending which version you get. You're going to always get free unlimited support, free upgrades to new versions if you're subscribed to the lease. You're going to get free unlimited access to our recording stuff that we offer. And then we have that white glove installation service that I mentioned, the free one-on-one where we'll sit with you and spend time with you in the software, make sure it's running okay. And thank you guys again so much for being here. These are my contact details. Take a screenshot, save them, do whatever you can, because I know some of you are going to need these tools. Give me a call. I'm happy to help you get started, and we'll get you going. And yeah, so just save these information, send me an email, or you can go back to that link that I posted. I'm going to go there really quickly again in case anyone wants to see that. www.metastock.com/Edward Stemplevich. Take that down if you want to go straight to the 3-month trial, or send me a message and I'm happy to help you. And yeah, that's everything today, guys. Thank you guys again so much for being here. I am going to close it down. I hope to see you guys next time.